je zitten?
Wat zei je?
Het gaat zo meteen ook thuis. Maar
Hier is het. Kom op, papa.
waar had je ze neergezet? Bij,
Notes. Hello, everybody.
Oh.
Yeah,
Hi.
we thought it might be nice to give a little update since everybody's asking about it. So we thought might just make one video instead of having to reply 100 times and give a little bit more detail maybe.
Yeah.
So we got a couple questions that we just want to answer so you hopefully get an idea what it's been like. So we begin, Feliz, with what was the most challenging so far? Been here now, what, 5-6 days, something like that? Since
Yeah. 6 days, maybe 5 days. Well, the most challenging thing was by far the flight coming here, because our little girl here, she was just so tired, and that made her so upset. She didn't really get the rest that she needed because we were flying during the night. And wow, boy, oh boy. She cried, she screamed, she yelled, she did and this for hours on end. So at a certain point, I just was at the end of myself, at the end of ourselves. I just didn't know what to do anymore. At a certain point, I felt so uncomfortable. So because people were starting to interfere with it, of course they meant well, but they were just like,
have you
whoa,
tried giving her a drink?
Have you tried giving her water? Yeah, she
you think she's gonna?
She was like that, and it just went on for hours. So to handle her, to deal with that was just so challenging. I cried a lot. So yeah.
Yeah, well, I think similarly.
Getting her to sleep in general, actually.
Yeah, the first couple days after that, she was still very tired, still a lot of fits of the night. So when you're really exhausted and they're really exhausted, like we're exhausted, and she's got to feel like that as well, but she has no idea what's going on. We at least have some kind of framework for, okay, we're migrating, we're traveling across the world, you know.
Yeah.
But so that was really hard, and just like you say, the journey. There were so many hiccups and little setbacks that I felt like we handled it pretty well, but first she was very fatigued, but at the airport they couldn't check us in because we didn't have a return date. Then we needed to prove in some way that we are actually emigrating and not just I don't know why that is, for security purposes or just because people don't trust each other anymore. Once that was settled, then they had to check in the passports, and then for some reason Joshua's passport didn't work, although all the information was there and they didn't understand it. We also needed to book extra weight for the bag, which we could only do 2 hours before the flight, and I saw the clock ticking up to 2 hours because they couldn't get in the file because other people were working on fixing the Joshua's passport issue. So I was just kind of praying like, okay, Lord, I know everything's gonna be okay. And just like stereotypical God, what he did, just like 1 minute before we couldn't book the extra weight, we actually were able to do it, like 1 minute before. But stuff like that. We forgot a bag at the airport in Quito, which we still don't have yet. There's little things like that, but we're just
not a big bag. We would never miss that, but it was a smaller one.
It was one of the smaller ones because we had like 5 bags that were checked in luggage, and also the stroller, and it was just, you were just exhausted and you're like, do we have everything? I think we have everything,
luggage.
like 4 backpacks and 4 huge bags in the stroller, and then there was one extra backpack that we forgot. But yeah,
it's Joshua's backpack, but fortunately I put his clothes, some of his extra clothes I put in other bags
for some random reason.
It was very random. It was like, oh, I got these clothes, I have to put them somewhere, so I just stuffed them in here, stuffed them in there. And so now we do have some clothes for him, which is nice. But it's definitely, we have to keep up with laundry.
Yeah. So I'd say that's the challenging thing, and especially the fatigue that comes from the journey. It kind of just continues on into the week. So you're just tired. You just want to go to sleep at like 8 o'clock. Also because of the jet lag, of course. But you're woken up early here because of the sun. It's up here early, and I do like that.
At 6,
actually,
which is nice.
Because I wake up more early than I ever have maybe in my life naturally. So that's nice. But we're still tired. So we're hoping that the kids take that nap in the afternoon so we can take a nap. And
Which
that
we
was,
did
I think, the
yesterday.
most challenging part for me.
Yeah, the trip,
No.
basically.
So,
okay, next
let's
question.
turn a little bit more positive.
Yeah.
What did you enjoy the most so far?
Yeah, what did I enjoy the most? By far, well, I guess two things. First of all, the meetings that we've had, just random meetings with people out in the town. Um, when we're sitting like at a little restaurant, or when we're at the park, or I don't know, like several places where we would just meet people, or also the place where we're staying right now. We've met really nice people that we hung out with twice already. So also at the restaurant that we went to. Yeah, nice so people. That is really nice, and we get to talk, and actually also I met my friend that I met first through video calls and everything, and then now we finally got to meet, and that was also very nice. She introduced me to some people. So in the first, like I would say, what is it? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So this is the 5th day. In 5 days, we've met so many wonderful people already, and it was just bizarre. How easy that goes
without
here.
Doing anything,
Yeah, we didn't really do much.
That's exactly why of course, what I hope to find here is more organic community. Well, you just walk around in here. We just, even at day one, we had like maybe more meetings than we've had in our apartment for like the entire 5 years.
In our apartment block, with our neighbors.
Yeah, like in the Netherlands, like in one afternoon, basically.
There were some neighbors that we had contact with.
Yeah, of course.
Even the neighbor right next to us, I've not really talked to her much. Of course, that's also on us.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's also, you notice that people that you notice some people are closed. And they're not open for conversation, and that is so different here.
I guess,
they are open.
Yeah, that is true. It's an attitude change, but it's also, I think, like a structure change. Like in the Netherlands, for some reason, the way the apartments are structured, you just don't really run into each other that often as well. I mean, there's so many people living in that apartment complex.
Yeah, there should be communal space or something.
And we haven't met even like maybe 10% of them. But it's also, I guess, an attitude.Maybe it's also the climate. But people here, they're just open and just look at you and like, hey, how are you? How long have you been here? And just start talking. And it's
internationals, people from, I think, mostly the States.
All over the place. Yeah, all the States. But we met someone from Peru. We met someone from Belgium. We met like people from different backgrounds. But I agree.
There's a lot of most people, like predominantly
United States people.
Yeah. But then also, all over the place. Like it's definitely. But what was I going to say about that?
Enjoyable.
Yeah. That's been enjoyable, and the food.
Yeah.
That's been amazing. Yeah. Especially this morning we ate a tomato, and that's always, you give that example of what a tomato should taste like. A water ball in the Netherlands versus this beautiful, wonderful, rich taste that we've experienced this morning. And also the chicken that we've had. And also enjoyable that we're surrounded by nature. We're surrounded by green trees and plants and fruit trees and mountains. Yes, that's wonderful.
Green mountains.
I think that's very enjoyable for now. Because I believe there's going to be more things that we will enjoy. But for now, this is what I've really enjoyed most.
For me, it's, I guess, similarly the connections with people. I just, people know, you know me. I like just connecting with people and having those kind of casual conversations, or just start conversations about all kinds of things. So I really enjoyed that. It was what I hoped to find here, and it's almost like there's too much of it here that it needs to be regulated. Otherwise, you can't get anything done. Everybody says that if you walk across town, you can't get anything done because you will meet people all over. Like, hey, how you doing? How you doing? But I really enjoyed it, and what I enjoyed the most was basketball. I found a basketball team like in the first week already. Played with them, playing at altitude. Man, I hadn't played for a while, and I had some nagging injuries, which seemed to have at least gotten a lot less. And to just, because like here, for reference sake, this is about 1,500 meters, I think, above sea level, and we come from the Netherlands, which is like below sea level. So my stamina and conditioning were way off. I was just huffing and puffing, but I had a lot of fun. It's just kind of what I always used to have at Grifpark and at Leidse. Just sports brings people together. I'm just really excited. They play like 2-3 times a week, and I'm definitely planning to join to get rid of this baby right here. But I really enjoyed that, and just goofing around already feeling welcome in that sense. So yeah, I would say that the idea of having a network, or feeling like at least have some semblance of a small network around you, people that already helped out, like getting an Ecuadorian phone number. People have been real helpful. So I think that's what I really liked, and especially the food.
UFO.
Natanya, UFO, you need to get here. United Falafel Organization. The food is it's really good. Like one of the best restaurants I've probably eaten in my life. It feels rich, it's natural, it's organic, but it's interesting flavors. Get over here, Tanya.
What surprised you?
What surprised me is, I guess, how much Spanish I could already speak, because we only did the Duolingo stuff, and maybe watch some videos on YouTube of people asking questions in the streets, and but I guess while I was in the Netherlands already, I was just rehearsing all these scenarios in my mind. Okay, with these little amount of vocabulary that I know, what could I possibly say? What if I would run into this problem? So I've been kind of practicing already in my mind. But I am kind of surprised. Like in the beginning, you're kind of
Wow.
This surprised you as well. Weird creatures that you've never seen before. But yeah, so that I felt more comfortable than I thought I did. The first couple of conversations were kind of scary, but now it's still not enough for actual conversational Spanish, I'd say. But it's more like for hand and feet Spanish, I'd call it. But enough to kind of get by or to ask questions, and so I really want to. Grow in that. But I think that's what surprised me the most, and that there's a lot of rain here. Of course, it's raining season, but you didn't know what that was gonna mean. But it's a lot of rain. It feels different than in the Netherlands when it rains. I don't feel as bummed out by it.
Because we're in rain season right now, and look how warm it is.
Yeah, it's really warm.
Yeah.
Oh, really warm? It's nice warm.
Not too hot.
20-something degrees.
When the sun comes out, sometimes it's like, ooh, I'm starting to get really hot, and then it's over, and then a cloud comes past. But yeah,
it doesn't feel like 30 degrees Netherlands hot, or like Spain hot.
Even though you do have to be very careful with the sun.
Yeah.
Because we're higher up, right? Yeah. So what surprised me the most was to get introduced to this hairdresser that has his own salon here, and we got to talk a little bit, which is very nice because I also want to start a salon here, of course. So it was really nice to get this right connection right away, like in the second day or something. We got to talk during his lunchtime, and he showed me what it is like here to be a hairdresser, and what you need, and what they have, what they don't have. I got to ask him all my questions. That surprised me. Well, it doesn't surprise me that much, because I know God wants some for me to do that here too, and so he connects me to the right people.
Yeah, it's funny. Like when you say that, those connections. I already met somebody who has written books before, like a writer. I really want to, for the people that know, I really want to dive more into writing, and hopefully I find more space here to do that, and also to publish my book. So we already met a writer. We already met somebody who mixes audio books, which is something I would love to do, to record my own audio, my own book. So it's a special that in just this very short time, you've had just interesting connections, but also potentially meaningful connections, and the house, of course.
Yeah,
I really like the place. I really like it.
We've seen our house. Well, you've seen it as well, probably on
the video.
But
it's on our channel.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Felice Hair on Instagram, _ Felice Hair. Yeah, but yeah, it's just because just a week before we left, about a week before we left, we actually got that place. We didn't have that place. We just had this place where we were at, right here. We're here for 3 weeks temporarily, but then we found like that place. About $400. We got a nice garden, fruit trees, 2 bedrooms, beautiful view. Yeah, we got a porch, and close to people that we actually already knew, like
from our online calls and stuff. So that's pretty special. So yeah, I'm really excited about that as well.
Ja.
So, looking ahead, next couple of weeks, is there anything, what do you think about the next couple of weeks? What are you looking forward to?
What am I looking forward
What do
to?
you think they're going to be? Or what?
Well, I look forward to being in our house and actually be settled, because right now I feel, because we brought that much stuff that it's just all over the place right now. We're living from from the bag, and some stuff is not to stay. Like, let's say you could say we're on holidays right now, but we have way more stuff for only holidays that you would normally bring, right? So we are here. We don't know, where's this thing, where's this, you're looking for things. Stuff is all over the place because it doesn't have a place to. So it feels, sometimes it feels a little bit confusing or overwhelming, or so I'm looking forward to be settled, to have a house where you can put your stuff, you can put them away, you know where your stuff is, and then from there you can easily, I find a bit more rest to do the other things. Now I'm actually figuring everything out, even though we're still going out, we're still needing to do our thing and shower the kids, or get out the house, or do grocery shopping and all these things. Life does continue, and then in the meantime it's like a bit of chaos around us. So I'm looking forward to that also, because I'm thinking ahead, like when I'm going to start work. I don't know the details about all of that, but we'll figure it out. But when I start work, it's probably going to be full on. Like at first, you need to get used to a new place, how things go, new people. Everything is different. So then I want my home to be a little bit like a bit peaceful and quiet. Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to, and also, of course, to meet more people and to see connections happening, and to start life, really, to have something like you. Well, maybe you can tell that, but to have something that you're actually joining, like groups, or the children seeing relationship build, seeing them build relationship with other kids.
Eden's just doing her makeup. Yeah, I think for me, there's like the pluses and the minuses, in the sense like you're excited to really get settled in, to kind of just feel what is life going to be like, so I think that'll take a while, especially getting work and stuff. So now, for example, we're a 15-minute walk from downtown, and our other place is like a 10-minute drive from downtown, and we don't have a car, so taxis there are plenty of them here, and they're not that expensive. It takes like $1.50, at least from this place, to get to the center, for example. But still, if you want to do that every day, now almost every day we went to the center. That will probably not be your regular flow of life. So I wonder, is it going to be a bit more secluded? Like, how's that going to work? I don't know. So still a lot of kind of stuff to sort out. Like the visa application process has started, so that's kind of like in the back of my mind, to kind of hope that goes smoothly and quickly. We need to find a bank, otherwise it's going to be very expensive to like constantly get money from the ATM, because everything here is in cash. Like everything is in cash, and it's a new currency. Of course, they use the American dollars, which we're not used to. And but yeah, just settling into what's happening in the neighborhood. Also there's been some break-ins in some places, so some people are very kind of cautious or kind of on edge. So we'll see how that works in our neighborhood. They probably have like a neighborhood group app or something.
Their people are very, very much connected to one another.
Yeah.
So in that sense, like, it's not good that this is happening, and I don't know where these people are from and all what they're doing, why. But when stuff does happen, people really come together and really try to help one another, and so you're not easily alone all by yourself here.
And like, we haven't shared, but we feel, for the rest, everything feels like real safe. Like kids are walking around, even when it's dark, or when the evening falls. Like people are just, it feels really, very like an open place. So you could see it kind of rattled the community as well. But I'm really looking forward to basketball, of course. To get my legs underneath me, get some conditioning.
Mama, kijk.
No, so, but, oh, Eden.
Oeps. Wat is dat dan? Wat heb je gepakt?
Eden just put something on her face. She was supposed to-
Show it.
Just put it on her
Wat heb je
face.
gepakt? Oh ja, en dan heb je ook nog eens een wit t-shirtje aan.
With black
eens,
mascara
kijk
or
naar
something. Yeah, right there. Looks nice, honey.
Heb je dit gepakt?
Ja,
Oh, heb je dat bij je mond gedaan?
ja.
Oké, dat was eigenlijk niet de bedoeling. Nou, well,
Oh yeah.
we'll have to clean some stuff up. Did you show where Joshua
oh no,
is
that's it.
chilling right
Joshua's just knocked out here, just chilling.
now? Oh,
You know how he is. Hey,
keep
Joshua.
flipping. That's a-
Well, we'll check in some other time and
Oké, bye.
time to go. Bye bye.
Eden, Wes, kom eens even hier.